Tainted Scarecrow.
Alright guys, just wanted to share with you the MIC holster by Glocktech. I was looking for an appendix carry holster for my Gen 4 G19, and this was actually recommended to me by somebody who makes holsters. Said that this is one of the most comfortable appendix carry holsters they'd seen, so decided to give it a shot. I looked at Glocktech's website, glocktech.com. They had some videos on there demonstrating the holster, and then checked out the store and found that it was a reasonable price. Holster itself is only $18.95. As you can see here, it's just simply a piece of Kydex that is molded to fit over the trigger guard of your gun, and then a piece of cordage. And what you do is you just simply take this piece of cordage, your belt will line up in here like this, run it up like this, and then you just pull it tight, and it basically cinches down on your belt. I will get a shot of that. You guys can see what it looks like on. But then you just simply take your gun and you just pop it right over the trigger guard like that. Now you no longer have the ability to engage the trigger on your weapon. And then, like I said, it's appendix carry. So now, instead of actually having to conceal either a large piece of Kydex or a large piece of leather, a thick piece of leather, something like that, you can just basically just slide this in your waistband and go about your business. I'll get a few shots of me with it on. You guys can see what it looks like. One thing that's pretty nice about the functionality of the MIC holster is it has pretty good retention. You actually have to pull, I wouldn't say fairly hard, but if this were to pop out, I don't have any belief that the gun would pull itself out. This is a 60% retention on this. There's a law enforcement type model that has a 50% retention, so it's a little bit lighter. I believe that one's called the Razor's Edge, if I remember correctly, and I think there's a third. But the one feature that's pretty nice about this is you're still able to, rack the gun while it's on. I thought that was a pretty nice feature. And like I said, the concealability. Now, this is my first holster that I've used towards appendix carry just because, number one, the gun is new. The other guns I have, I didn't really feel like I wanted to carry appendix style, but whenever I got this, I thought, it's a good size. Maybe I'll start trying appendix carry, see how that works out for me. But it seems pretty nice so far. Like I said, you have a lot less you got to conceal. I don't believe that the issues I've come across with appendix carry have anything to do in regards to the holster. But I will, just give you a couple things I've noticed with appendix carry. One thing that is related to the holster itself, which can probably be fairly easily alleviated, is the fact that whenever I do appendix carry this, like I said, I'll show you this in the video, I usually carry it in the 12 to 1 o'clock position, which whenever I first got this, I put it on the gun, started carrying it around the house, and I was like, this is pretty comfortable, it's not too bad, and went about doing some stuff in the house and sat down and squatted down, picked some stuff up, that type of thing. Like I said, the sitting and squatting and whatnot, some of the discomfort I had from that is not in regards to the holster. It's just getting used to the appendix carry because I haven't done it before. The G19 is slightly larger than probably most appendix carry guns. I know a lot of people carry revolvers appendix carry. G19 is pretty popular appendix carry as well, but like I said, the bending over, the sitting, you kind of have to position yourself a little bit differently in order to carry those things out. One thing I had noticed, since there's no sort of clip or anything, is that the gun can shift, which whenever I was first carrying it around the house and everything, like I said, it felt fine. Went out, ran some errands, felt fine when I got in the truck and sat down and everything like that. Wasn't any problem. The muzzle, carried down, pointed down towards the seat and everything. That wasn't an issue. But subsequent in and outs of the vehicle, I started to notice that it became more and more uncomfortable to appendix carry. Now, I just believe that's just because it was shifting in my waistband. Maybe it was more upright on the one time I sat down, and the next time it kind of has a tendency to shift, obviously, because there's no sort of retention. But I have seen one. I don't know necessarily if a guy had mounted a clip to the mic itself. I don't think it was. I think it was actually on his slide somehow. But he had a clip and a mic, and he actually could clip it on the inside of his waistband. That's the only issue I foresee with this holster, is that there's no way to keep it in a general area. Like I said, the retention of your belt is what allows you to use the mic holster. So the fact that there's no attachment, on here is the reason why it's moving. And now, like I'm saying, I'm reaching for negatives here. Other than that, like I said, Kydex and the cordage, it is what it is. Kydex, nothing's going to happen to it, and the cord, if the cord breaks, so you can see here, you can obviously just replace it. But I'll show you how the weapon deploys in the actual retention and carry, so you guys can get a look at that. Alright guys, you can see here, we have the Gen 4 G19 with the mic holster on it. You can see, like I showed you before, all it is a piece of Kydex and the cordage. Now, the way this is intended to be used is you just take this piece of cordage, then you're just going to run it up between your belt loop and your pants, or your belt and your pants actually. Pull it through. You guys can see here, so you have the loop, just pushing it through, and then you just pull it up. And you can see it's looped on your belt. Then all you do is you take your weapon, slide it over the trigger guard. There you go. You can see that the trigger guard now is completely encased. You're not going to be able to discharge the weapon, and then it just slides in. This is the intended carry, right like that. That's all it is. Just Kydex string in your weapon. That's all you have to carry. Like I said, no leather, no larger Kydex platform, anything like that. Then, like I said, it conceals down. If you wear your t-shirt out, there's that. I think the printing is basically non-existent. I'm about 6 foot, like I said, about 175 to 180 pounds. So you can see. And then the actual intended, I guess, motion to pull the gun out and actually be able to utilize the weapon is whenever you pull, you're just going to pull out and then up. Now your trigger guard is exposed, the weapon's ready for fire. You can see the mic holster just simply pulls off and drops down. And I'll show you guys again. You would just pull it out, pull up, straight out. Like I said, out, up. That's it. Now, if you were to pull it this way, it's not going to do it. Like I said, it has to be an out, and then as you pull up, that's how you're going to release the weapon. Now, if you had it and you were, let's say you were, I don't know, fumbling around, maybe you're going to the bath, getting ready to go to the bathroom or something like that, and you're like, oops. See? Doesn't drop out. The retention on it is good enough that it's not going to allow you to drop that weapon and cause a scene or anything like that. Now you might be like, oh, fumbling around with it and hiding it, something like that. But you're not going to have that situation where it's going to fall hit the floor, make a loud noise, anything like that. You know, like I said, simple design, string, kydex, your weapon, that's all you got to conceal. You know, this is, you can see here the rough texture of the kydex. I mean, it's comfortable, you're not going to feel it. But I don't know if you guys have anything else you want to know about the MIC holster. I'm sure I could do something up for you. Just wanted to show you that. You know, just a demonstration of how it goes on. Like I said, the withdrawal method. You know, everything like that. So, you know, like I said, I think it's a really good holster. Like I said, the only issue would be, you know, the fact that it can slide around, but you know, that's something that's easily adjusted. Like I said, I was reaching for negatives on it whenever I was doing the review, so you know, that was the one thing that I did notice. Other than that, concealability is great, affordability, $18.95, I think. Like I said, a couple bucks in shipping. I got it in less than a week. I think I ordered it on Monday, I got it a Friday. You know, everything's great about it. Like it a lot. So really pleased. If you guys have a Glock, fits all Glock models. I think there might be some XDs that it might fit, or some Rugers. You'll have to go on the site. Like I said, it's glocktech.com. Check it out. You can get them from other retailers as well. Like I said, I ordered mine directly from Glocktech and I didn't have any problem getting it. Like I said, if you don't see your gun, you can probably request it. I don't know necessarily if they do special orders, but you know, it's at least worth a shot. I emailed them and they got back to me fairly quickly about it. So, like I said, Glocktech MIC holster. That's all for now. Hope you guys liked it.